Hey, before we start this, if the quality is a little bit different, it's because I'm doing this review on my phone. It's been a while since I've done a review on my phone, but this review is still gonna be uploaded on my backup channel. So, yeah, let's get into this review. Hello, everybody. My name is Kamar, and today we are going to be reviewing our 8th installment of Season 1 of Bubble Guppies. Season 1, Episode 8, Who's Gonna Play the Big Bad Wolf? In this episode, the Bubble Guppies go see a show of the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf. But sadly, one of the actors becomes sick, and DEEMA becomes the replacement and puts on a real show everybody never forgets. Now, this episode, I absolutely adore it so much. As somebody who is in a performing arts school, this episode now just speaks to me. And if you had to ask me which DEEMA episode is my favorite season-wise, this one is by far the best one. This is the best DEEMA episode in season 1. No questions asked. No questions asked. Like, if we were ranking DEEMA episodes in this season, this one would be at number 1. So, we start off with DEEMA swimming to school, and then we see a little practice performance going on in the background of 3 starfish pretending to be actors of the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf. But we find later in the episode we see that the starfish that's playing the wolf, he's a little bit sneezy, and DEEMA thinks that that wolf is actually real, but the lobster director says that he's not an actual wolf, and they're not actual pigs, they're actors, which is really, like, that's an actual thing. Like, kids can sometimes think that like, characters, like, people who play certain characters, they think that, oh, that's an actual such and such, but then adults correct them and like, no, they're not actually a such and such, they're just pretending to be one. And then the actors invite DEEMA, who goes to tell her friends to come to their play tonight. And I like how when they're about to start practicing again, when DEEMA leaves, the starfish sneezes again. And the director lobster, he's like, and can someone please get him a tissue? That always made me laugh as a kid. And then when DEEMA gets to school, she pretends to be the big bad wolf, and she's like, little pigs, let me in. And then Mr. Grouper, he knows what's going on, because we see DEEMA's hair at the little window, and I like how Gobi's like, don't open the door. And then he pretends to be a pig by saying, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And then DEEMA's like, okay, you asked for it, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. And then when she blew the house down, Mr. Grouper, he presses a button which opens the door, and then DEEMA blows herself down, and then Una's like, it's DEEMA. And then Mr. Grouper was like, for a second there, I thought you were the real big bad wolf. And then I like how DEEMA was like, I am an actor. And then the other guppies don't know what an actor is. And Mr. Grouper says, an actor is somebody who acts in a play. And then they go through like the question segment about like what do actors do, what actors do and stuff, like the costumes they could put on, what they could pretend to be, stuff like that. And then we have the song Let's Put on a Play, which is a really good song. I mean, if we're ranking season 1 songs, this song, it would be good, but I feel like it would mainly gain its points because of the little funny gags that come with it, especially that pig that comes out of nowhere, and Gobi as a pirate, and Molly as a princess, which is really cool. And then we have the shop segment, and Gobi wants to find actors to put on a play, and then there's like three cute little shrimp. They're so adorable. And then he wants to put on a play about a scaredy, about basically a scared shrimp, and a scaredy cat, and an angry monster, which I like. I like how the play turns out. Like, it was really cute. He's like, I'm an angry monster, and then the other's like, I'm a scaredy cat, meow. That scene still makes me laugh to this day. I love it so much. It's cute and it's funny. And then we have the lunch segment. Nani's a prince, and then Una's a pirate, and then the lunch joke is three little figs, which are like, if you don't know what figs are, they're kind of like a grapefruit type of fruit. I think I tried them before. I don't know. I think so. I might have. No, I think it's kind of like you peel them and then like the fruit is inside. And I like the little figs. They're jumping in her hand. They're really really cute. I like it. And then we have a Molly and Gil segment. And then Gil is practicing with a little fish. Talking and they're gonna play the Big Bad Wolf. And I like how Molly acts. Can I watch? And just the way she sits down is really cute. I don't know why. I have an obsession with mermaids sitting down because of their like tails curled up. But and then Gil tells the other fish what they're gonna be, and then the other fish who Gil told to play the Big Bad Wolf ends up oinking like a pig as well. And then they're all oinking, and then they're like, Gil's like, come back here. And then Gobi swims up to Molly, and he was dressed as a pirate, and he says that him and DEEMA are putting on a play. And then it's about the play they put on. It's about a pirate who was in front of anything. And then one day the Big Bad Wolf came. And then I love DEEMA's little howl. It's so super duper cute. She's like, oh, it's so cute. I'm sorry. If there was a moment where I ever fangirl over DEEMA, it's now. I'm sorry. Okay. And then she swims up. She looks so sneaky. I love it. She's like, I'm the Big Bad Wolf. And I'll huff. And I'll puff. And I'll blow you down. And then she pretends to blow down Mr. Grouper and Gobi. And then all the other Guppies compliment her on her acting. And they said that they would like to see her in the play of the Three Little Pigs. And then we have another question segment about what's good to put on a play, like costumes, where the play is going to be taking place at, the stage. And then we have this our dance song, Do You Want to Be an Actor, which is performed by Gobi, which is a really catchy song. It's like it's kind of like a tongue twister here and there, like if you want to be an actor, then you gotta say oink. If you want to be a wolf, then you gotta say ow. If you want to be an actor, then you gotta take a bow. Like it's kind of like a rap kind of tongue twister type of song, which is really cool. And then we have the story segment, which is of Gobi and Gil, who are cavemen and who want to put on a play, but they have to get passed through some mastodons. And apparently, I hated the concept on how they stomp on them as a kid. Like, first of all, how would that even work? I don't want to get too in depth, but like, if they would have gotten stomped on, which hopefully Nick Jr. wasn't thinking of, I hope not. Like, would they get stomped on fin first, or would they get stomped on? I'm just gonna stop thinking about it before I get a bad vision in my mind. And then and to get through the mastodons without them thinking of something else, they pretend to be mastodons. So I like and that when Gil says move your trunk back and forth. I don't know why that put me in a trance as a kid. I don't know why. When he means back and forth, he means the arms pretending it's the trunk. And then the mastodon noise they make is so super duper cute. It's so cute. And then they go to put on their play, and then they play mastodons. And then I like how the mastodons are like, hey, you want to go hang out? I don't know why. I just find that so cute as a kid. They kind of give me the mastodons. I don't know why. They kind of gave me like, what are those? I don't know why. They kind of gave me like, Goodfellas type of vibes. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. They kind of gave me the mastodons kind of gave me Goodfellas type of vibes. I don't know. And then we come back to the Molly and Gil segment, and then we have Gil dressing up the little fishes in costumes, and then the one who pretends to be the wolf. The fish that's dressed as a wolf, he pretends to moo, and then they all start mooing, and then Gil's starting to get annoyed again, and I feel really bad for whenever Gil has to look after the little fish. Like, I'm like, oh my god, can you give this guppy a break? Like, he's just a kid, man. Oh god. Okay, and then we have the field trip segment, segment, where they finally get to the play, and then DEEMA's really, really excited. Like, out of all the Guppies, she's really excited. And then as soon as the lights are about to go, the stage is about to go up, the director Lobster comes up and he's like, stop the play. And everybody doesn't know what's going on. And it turns out the sneezing that the starfish was doing earlier in the episode, he turned out to have a cold. And then he said, we can't have a play without the big bad wolf. And Dean was little, oh no, I'm sorry, that sounded like a bad impression, but I legit felt for DEEMA. Like, if I wanted to see something so bad and it got canceled, like I would be in the same shoes DEEMA's in. Like, I felt for DEEMA in that moment. I'm sorry, I'm a DEEMA stan through and through. And then the Lobster says, if only we had someone to play the big bad wolf. And then the penny drops in that moment. Like, you have to really analyze. Everybody in the audience, they're silent. Like, it's obviously a sign. Like, nobody really doesn't want to do it because they maybe most of them have stage fright. But then it clicks to DEEMA. This could be her time. This could be her moment. This could be her chance to do what she always wanted to do. And then, at that very moment, she yells out loud and says, I can do it! And, like, everybody was like, DEEMA? And then, so confidently, she says, yes, DEEMA, I will play the big bad wolf. Like, that is my girl through and through. The confidence she had to do it was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And everybody cheers for her. And I love it when Una, she's like, run, little piggy! Like, that was just so funny. I'm sorry. And then, well, first pig, she blows the house down. Second pig, she blows the house down. Third pig, made out of bricks, doesn't blow down. And then, she's like, frustration. Oh, well, I guess I'll leave you piggies alone forever. And then everybody is just applauding for everybody. Not just the starfish, but DEEMA. She even the starfish give her like her moment to shine. They're like, the hand gesture they do, they're all applauding for you. Like, you made this moment, you made this play happen. And like, DEEMA absolutely deserves the respect and the applause she got at the end. The only thing that made it a little bit better, no, I'm lying. They threw roses at the thing. They threw roses on the stage. If only they had thrown the roses to DEEMA like a bouquet, but that's okay. That's all right. And then last segment, Molly Gill segment, she's like, DEEMA, Molly's talking over like how she's really happy for DEEMA and how DEEMA was the best big bad wolf she's ever seen. And then, well, Gil's like, Molly asks about how Gil's play is doing, and then he says that all the fishes don't want to play the pigs anymore. They only want to play the wolf. And then Molly asks, well, who's going to be the pig? And then Gil says, take a guess. And then he pulls out a pig nose. He pulls it on his nose. And then all the little fishies are like, hey, look, our piggy. Let's get him. And then they start howling and chasing him. And Molly laughs to end the episode. So overall, this episode was so much fun. The best DEEMA episode of the season. No questions asked. I am giving it a 10. DEEMA made this episode for me. The whole play concept was just so much fun. I loved it so incredibly much. It was so much fun. I loved it. That's why this episode is getting a 10. Now tune into our next review as we will be reviewing Season 1, Episode 9, We Totally Rock. See you all next time.